Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Shayla if this is your first time here. So in today's video, I wanted to give you guys a fitness update. I'm going to talk to you about my macros, how many calories I'm eating a day, what I eat in a day, what keeps me motivated, and just my overall goals, like where I'm at now versus last year, because a lot has changed. Other than me not being on keto, a lot has changed. So yeah, we're just going to do a little update, and hopefully this motivates some of you guys who are like, maybe you feel stuck, or maybe you feel like, oh, I want to work out, I want to eat healthy, but I don't know how. I don't know how. So hopefully this video will help you guys. All right, so for those of you who are new to my channel, let me just give you a quick update. I started keto, was it a year ago? No, 2 years ago. Oh my God. So I started keto, not 2019, but 2018. And I was on the ketogenic diet for a year. And then it wasn't working for me because I like to be social, and not that you can't be social on keto. Don't come for me. Okay, don't at me, but I like to drink wine. I like to, it's mainly just I like to drink wine, and I like to have a little tiny bit of sugar here and there. And when you're on keto, you can't have any of that. So I feel like with what I wanted to achieve, it just didn't work out, especially in the gym. Like my fitness just wasn't going in the direction I wanted to, so I stopped keto and I transitioned to just a normal balanced diet, and I had the same amount of macros as before, or the same calories as before, not macros. So when I transitioned from keto to just a regular diet, or balanced diet I should say, my fat went down and my carbs went up, but my calories were almost exactly the same, just so it was an easy transition for me, and I didn't feel like, oh my God, like I'm eating all this starchy food and I feel a little bloated no. So we stayed low, and then I would say in January, was it January, February-ish, I told my nutritionist, I was like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for a change. So we bumped up my macros. And if you don't know what macros are, it's just your carbs, protein, and fat. So your macros equal the amount of calories that you eat. So I went from 1575 to 17, I think 45, and now I'm at 1885, which feels really good. Like, I feel like I can kind of indulge when I want. I don't feel like I'm starving myself. I feel like I can just 1500 calories, you guys, is not a lot. Like, when I was on keto, I was not eating a lot of food, okay? So I just feel like I have a really good balance. Maybe later in the future I might go up, but I think right here's, for now, it's pretty good. So currently I'm eating 140 grams of protein, 140 grams of carbs, and 85 grams of fat. I check in with my nutritionist every other week, and I'm kind of feeling like I need to lower my fat a little bit and maybe either have my protein or my carbs go up. So I'm going to talk to her about that, see what she thinks about that. But we're constantly changing my macros, trying to figure out what's the best fit for me at the moment. So I think when it comes to like, what are your macros, what's this, what's that, it's always changing, and it's like that for a lot of people. People have different goals. Like, I might right now be like, oh, I want to lose a little bit of fat, and then in a couple months I might say, oh, I want to gain some muscle, and so your macros have to change just depending on your goals. And I know a lot of you guys get confused about macros. I see the comments, I see the DMs and all that. I'll link a free macro calculator, but there's so many out there. And once you get your macros down for your weight and your height, because it changes depending on how tall you are, your current weight, your goals, whatnot. Once you get your macros, get a scale, and boom, that's a solution right there. You have to start weighing your food. I think tracking your macros and weighing your food definitely can weigh on you. No, but it can be exhausting. So when I feel physically exhausted, mentally exhausted, I'll take the weekend off. So I'll track from Monday through Friday, and then I'll just have Saturday, Sunday off. And typically I either overeat or undereat, which is why it is important to stay consistent. But life gets in the way, life happens, and sometimes you just need a break. So I definitely take that break. So I don't plan to track my macros and count everything and weigh everything and do that forever. I just want to get to a point where I'm comfortable with what I'm eating, and I can almost like eye, the food without having to weigh it, because weighing, it's just exhausting sometimes. So that's kind of like my goal when it comes to nutrition. I want to get to a point where I'm pretty comfortable and I'm just maintaining, and then once I get there, I'll probably stop tracking and doing all that. I'm kind of excited for that to happen because I feel like it's not only like, oh, I don't have to track anymore, but it's almost like, okay, I've reached this nutrition goal. So what are my goals? Really, I ideally would like to continue gaining muscle. Like, I don't know if you guys see the little bit of gains going on here. I always find little parts of my body that I want to focus on. Right now, I'm really focused on shoulders, arms. I store a lot of my fat in my thighs and my arms. So right now, I'm just focusing on getting these bad boys lean. Like, I love the look of lean arms, you know, and I'd love to lose maybe like 2-3% body fat, but I'm not focused on that. I'm trying not to focus on the scale because the scale can be your worst enemy, okay? It doesn't always reflect, well, not doesn't always, it doesn't reflect the muscles you've gained. It doesn't show you always the inches that you've lost. Like, when I look at myself last year versus this year, yeah, I weighed maybe like 5 pounds less, but I look tighter now, if that makes sense. So before, I looked very like, I was actually just talking to Les about this. I was looking at a picture and I feel like I almost look like you smushed me this way, like this way, and I was like wider, and now I'm more like toned. I wanted to show you guys what I eat in a day. It's very similar to the last video, except I feel like my oatmeal is a lot more, it's glowed up, okay? My oatmeal's glowed up. I'm eating a little bit more potatoes. I definitely keep my meals pretty simple because it's easier for me to make it throughout the week, and it's easier for me to just think about like what I'm gonna eat, you know? So if you're the type of person that doesn't like to eat the same thing every day or every week, I would plan it out on Sunday, plan out your every single meal for the week so that every day you're not scrambling like, oh, what do I eat? So make sure I'm meeting my macros, what to eat, what to eat, what to eat. So it's really important for me that I just stay consistent, which means for me eating the same thing every day, and it doesn't bother me. So the first meal of the day for me after I work out, and I don't eat before my workout, I just have a pre-workout. So as soon as I'm done working out, take my shower, and then I make my oatmeal. I've been loving unsweetened coconut milk because it has low calories, low carbs, low everything. Like, it's almost like, I think like 8 ounces, which I do about 6 ounces, is like 3 grams of fat or something. It's so good. So I like to make my oatmeal with unsweetened coconut milk, 1 bag of instant oatmeal, no flavor, cinnamon, stevia for taste and sweetness. I also like to add coconut flakes because it kind of fills, it's a little bit more filling and it makes the oatmeal thicker. Pecans, because pecans are just delicious and they're full of carbs, good carbs, and protein. I also like to do unsweetened peanut butter. Last time I went to Whole Foods, they didn't have the unsweetened peanut butter, so I just got creamy peanut butter. What else do I add? I'll do blueberries, strawberries, banana. It is so good and it's filling. I think before I used to only eat 2 meals a day and they were huge meals. Now I've split it up into 3 just because, I don't know, you gotta switch it up a little bit sometimes, you know? A lot of you guys have been asking me if I'm still intermittent fasting. I'm still fasting. I only fast like 4 to 5 days a week and I don't really track it. So I eat my last meal around 5 and then my first meal of the day ends up being around 10:30. So I think that's like 18-hour, it's a fast, 19-hour fast. So that's just Monday through Friday. And it's just gotten to the point where it's just part of my routine. I don't even have to think about it anymore. Not like when I first started, I was thinking, I was like, I got 1 more hour till I could eat. Not anymore. It's become kind of natural for me. So after I eat my oatmeal and I have my little coffee, I have coffee every morning with stevia, no milk, nothing, just black coffee, stevia. Sometimes I'll put some cinnamon up in there. So for lunch, I'll eat a scrambled egg, white rice. I'll scramble eggs with spinach. I'll add my ground chicken in there just for protein, 3 eggs, and cauliflower tortillas. Is that all that I eat? It seems like it's not a lot, but it is. So my lunch is the biggest meal of the day, and it keeps me full for hours. Typically it's between 700 and 900 calories, just depending on like how hungry I am. Sometimes I'll eat my oatmeal and I'm like, ugh, I'm still hungry, and then I'll make my lunch bigger than usual. So you just gotta, see how you feel, input it into your MyFitnessPal, which is like the best, I think, app to track your macros. So moving on to dinner, which is usually at around 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, in that window. This is just like, okay, what do I have left to eat? So typically I'll do ground chicken, which I love. Ooh, I just love ground chicken. I'll put some spinach in there, cheese, and I've been loving the air fried potatoes. They're so crispy. They taste so good. They cook in like 11 minutes. So I'll just put a little olive oil in there, cook them in the air fryer, shake them up a little bit, add some salt, and put the cheese on it. Ooh, I get so excited to make that every night. But yeah, that's basically my dinner. We always have rice and ground chicken in the house. So we always meal prep that. So just in case we're in a rush, we don't have time to cook, we can just quickly okay, let's grab the rice, grab this, heat it up, boom, macros met. So what keeps me motivated, especially while we're on lockdown? Honestly, like, I just want to be the best version of myself, and I've seen myself kind of fall off, and I don't like that version of myself. So I think just always reminding myself, like, hey, like, if you lose control of what you eat, if you lose control of your life, you're gonna go down that road again, and you remember how you felt down there, you didn't like it. So I think just that reminder is always in my head, and that keeps me motivated. But really, I just want to be the best version of myself. I want to put on clothes and feel good all the time. I don't ever want to look at myself and not like how I look or not feel good about myself. And I think for me, being in control of what I eat and working out, it makes me more balanced, and it makes me more confident and more secure. And I just love it. Like, honestly, I love working out. I love eating healthy. I love how I feel when I eat healthy. But don't get me wrong. Okay, on Saturdays sometimes, Les will be like, "You want Chick-fil-A?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me chicken tenders, give me the chicken nuggets, not grilled, the fried ones," okay? But I will input it in my MyFitnessPal so I stay on track. But on Saturdays, that's my day where I'm like, ooh, let's make some French toast. Let's make some pancakes. I give myself that one day where I'm like, okay, let's eat in moderation. So yeah, when it comes to being motivated, like, if you feel like you don't have any motivation, think about your goals. Like, where do you want to be in a year, in 2 years? Do you have a special event that you're about to go to, you want to get ready for? What are your goals? And I think thinking about your goals constantly, it helps keep you motivated. So say you don't like working out, you don't like lifting weights, you see everyone doing it, so you feel like, oh, I have to do it, but you don't want to, don't do it. Find something else that gives you that same satisfaction as far as like physical exercise. So it might be yoga, it might be Pilates, it might even be going on walks every morning, which I've been doing and I love. It might be running. You just have to figure out what you love to do that kind of keeps you active. So what's next for me on this journey, which I feel like this is going to be like a lifetime journey. Like, I'm going to be constantly evolving and changing my goals, but really, I just want to tone up. Like, I love the look of a toned body. Like, I really want my shoulders to be defined. I want my arms, I'm looking to be more defined, my stomach to be more defined. I really just want that kind of athletic, toned look for myself. What else is my goal? And I want to get to a point, which I kind of feel like I'm already there, where I can not track anymore, and I can eat in moderation. I can have a balanced diet on a daily basis without losing control. And I just take it week by week. I try not to be so hard on myself. I'm like laughing because I am very hard on myself. I weigh myself, I think, too often. So I think my goal and the next step for me is to stop weighing myself. And I do have to do it for my nutritionist, but I'm going to talk to her and tell her, like, hey, I don't, maybe like once a week, okay, or like twice a week. So yeah, I think just my goal for the summer is continue to work out, because I'm seeing progress. I'm doing the work in the kitchen, I'm doing the work at the gym. So the only thing left is just to be patient, because your body's not going to transform overnight. It does take months. Okay, I know you see on Instagram like, oh, 1 month transformation. No, it takes a while, especially if you're going from like a high fat percentage and you're completely changing your body. It does take time. So I'm just really gonna stay consistent, stay as consistent as possible, and just enjoy the journey. You know, I love looking back at photos and comparing them to how I look now and seeing the difference. Like, wow, like it's pretty cool, you know, and I love sharing the journey with you guys. One of the reasons why I like doing these videos, because I want you guys to see like the real side of fitness and weight loss and muscle gain and everything, because I think sometimes we see people that are super fit and they're like, oh, do this, do this, do this, eat in moderation, do this, and it's just like, it's not that, it really isn't that simple, and it doesn't happen that fast. So I'm just excited that you guys are here with me experiencing this and just seeing the ups and downs of my fitness journey. There's one last thing that I want to talk to you guys about. This is a journey, okay? So if you're just starting the journey, don't feel pressure to be perfect or to eat the right food. Like, there was one point years ago where I thought I was like, oh no, I have to eat this, I can't eat this, I can't eat any carbs, I have to do this. And then, you know, over time you just kind of learn. So, you know, you just have to like respect the journey. I get sometimes comments like, oh, you have to be doing it this way, you have to be doing it that way. And it's like, maybe I do need to be doing things this way, but it is a journey, and it's like I have to discover it and figure out why. Like, oh, why do I have to eat this many carbs, or why shouldn't I eat this? You know what I mean? It's like you really have to figure it out through trial and error. And so that's where I'm at now. I'm just really appreciating the journey and like appreciating everything I've learned about fitness and nutrition over the years, and I'm still growing. You know, anytime I learn something new, you guys, I'm going to share it with you. Also, I know that they're like sold out of weights everywhere. I'm going to link a couple sites below other than Amazon where I found weights, because they are like, weights are like the new toilet paper. They are sold out everywhere. You cannot find them. So if you guys are looking for weights, I'll link them below, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it was helpful. I feel like I'm just sitting here like rambling on about my fitness journey, but I do have a lot to say. Like, I could probably split this video up into 3 videos and continue talking about my journey. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below, let me know what type of videos you guys want to see when it comes to more of like my fitness, health. I thought maybe I would do like an ab video for you guys. Let me know what you want to see, because that's what's important. You guys, subscribe to my channel. That means you. And last but not least, oh wait, this isn't a makeup video. I don't have to say strut and slay. I'll see y'all next time.